All right, guys, I hope you're ready to get started on your core yoga flow today. So if you are, join me on your yoga mat. We're going to start in a standing position. So you're going to come to the top of your mat, bring your toe mounds together, keep your heels just slightly separated. I want you to draw up through your thigh bones, tuck your tailbone under, roll the shoulders down and back, so not up here by your ears and not rounded forward. We're going to lift the chest, palms forward, and really take a moment and just breathe. All right. You can close your eyes here if you want to, but I want you to feel that activation all the way down through your feet to the earth. And notice how strong and powerful you are when you pull up through your thigh bones and you tuck your tailbone and you roll the shoulder blades back and you lift the chest, okay? So you should feel your abdominal wall working when you stand nice and tall like this, okay? In Tadasana. We're gonna inhale, reach our arms up. And as we exhale, we're gonna come into a forward bend. So if the hamstrings are tight, just bend the knees, no problem. My hamstrings are always tight. And if you want to, you can separate your feet just a little bit, okay? Then we inhale halfway. Exhale, we're gonna step back through Chaturanga. You can drop to the knees if you're a beginner or stay on your toes, elbows in. Then either come to a baby cobra or a full up dog. Roll over your toes. Come to downward facing dog. Kind of pedal it out here. A couple times, just pedaling, straightening the arms. I want you to roll through the pelvis a little bit. So go from your anterior tailbone lifted to posterior tailbone tucked. I always think of this as happy puppy and sad puppy. And kind of notice if the hamstrings are tight, you have to bend the knees, how you're feeling. And then look forward. Go ahead and step one foot in, then the other. Hands can be here on the ground or the shins. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms. Remember, tuck the tailbone under, draw the thigh bones up, return the hands to the heart. Again, sweeping the arms up, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. So all I'm looking to do here with you is to just get the heart rate going, okay, before we start getting into some of the harder work. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step or hop if you want to. Chaturanga, toes or on the knees, lower down. Inhale, come to upward facing dog. Lift your knees off the ground. Press the top of your feet into the floor. Look up if you can. Roll over those toes. Come here. Pedal it out a little bit. See how you feel. Notice what's tight. Sometimes when you bend the knee into the middle of your down dog here, the midline, and you twist like this, you can feel that stretch through the QL that is located right here in the back, okay? Sometimes those muscles get really tight, especially if you have a weak core. It'll compensate for the weak core and tighten up and do a lot of the work for you. All right, look forward. If you can do a little hop. If not, you just step in. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart. Again, inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale through Chaturanga. So you can either step or hop. I like to sometimes hop on the third one, come to upward dog. We're not looking for anything fancy. If you are a floater, you can float, no problem. Do whatever feels best to you. I try not to do any kind of floating or hopping in my first round of sun salutations because I want to save my energy. So if I waste all my energy pressing up and hopping back on the first sun salutations, then I won't have energy to do the core work later, okay? So it's up to you though. Maybe you have more energy than me. My energy seems to get depleted quickly, okay? Then look forward, maybe an easy hop. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands to your heart. All right, so from here, I want you to separate your feet. I'm gonna show you facing the camera, about 6 inches. So right underneath your hips, lift your heart. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're gonna tip forward. We're gonna bend the knees if the hamstrings are tight. Then I want you to take your first 2 fingers, hook your big toes, straighten the arms, look forward. Exhale, bend the elbows, and just hang here for a second, okay? So you're gonna hang, really connecting ribs towards those thighs. If you want to, you pedal it out. One more breath. Then inhale, straighten the arms. Release the hands to your waist. Roll on up. Nice. We're going to take that left foot, step it back. What I want you to do is come into this Parsva Konasana about 3.5 feet from heel to heel. Squeeze your quadricep, lift your chest. And we're not going to include the arms because we're going to do a little core work here. So I want you to notice that your hips are square. And as you tip forward, you're going to press into the base of your big toe and start tipping forward. Okay, and as you do that, if you have to bend the knees, you bend the knees. If you have to grab onto 2 blocks because the hamstrings won't allow you to go any further, then just go ahead and do that. All right? So if you can, you're going to keep coming forward, forward, forward. And then bring the hand back. Just stretch for a moment. And then slide the hands right by the foot. I want you to press into the ground, the blocks, or even tent the fingers, okay? And you're gonna lift up the leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set it down, walk the hands in front, lift the other leg, nose towards the knee. Then press the ground and see if you can hop back. Chaturanga, inhale. Exhale. Pedal it out. Step that left foot forward, 3.5 feet, heel to heel. Go ahead and come on up. Square the hips, press into the base of the big toe. Inhale. Exhale, tip forward. So you guys, do what you can on these things. Sometimes our days are different than what it was last time you practiced. So you just do what you can and never beat yourself up about it, right? So my tighter side here, I've been trying to really nurse this hamstring. So this is about as far as I want to go on this side. But if you can bring your nose towards your knee, great. And if you're up on the blocks, no problem, as long as you're feeling a stretch through that hamstring. All right, you can tent the fingers or lay them flat or even use your blocks, and you're gonna lift up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step it down, hands come in front, lift up, take your standing split. Probably doesn't look like a split, totally fine. Press the hands down and hop back. Upward dog, downward dog, pedal out. Nice. Good job. If you need a little break, just knees come down, forehead down. Open and close the wrist, stretch out. All right, now tuck the toes. Come back to your downward dog and lift up through that right leg. We're gonna come forward and bring that knee into that armpit and take it back out. 2, 1 more. Now take it to your nose. 3, 2, 1. And take it across the body, opposite arm. Twist. 3. If you don't touch the arm, no big deal. 2, 1. And release. You may need a little rest for the wrist. So forehead can come down, open and close. And come back up. Tuck. Downward dog. Lift that opposite leg. We're going to take it over. Tricep. 3. Strong arms. 2, 1. To your nose. 3, 2, 1. To the opposite. Tricep. 3, 2, 1. And release it down. Get a nice stretch. Open and close the wrists. From here, glide forward. I want you to interlace or clasp the hands and start here on the knees in this dolphin plane. So we're gonna press the shoulders up towards the ceiling as we round the upper back. You're gonna squeeze your butt. So we tuck the tailbone and we have kind of this hollow shape. I talk about this a lot when I'm teaching handstands, okay? So rather than lifting the butt and dropping the shoulders, we want to be in this kind of shape. Then if you feel like you can, you're gonna come on up to your toes. You're gonna hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dropping down to the knees, quick break. Come forward, interlace again. This time we're gonna go for dolphin. So we're gonna tuck the toes and walk it in, press the forearms into the ground. Inhale, exhale, and press. If the heels come down, great, and if they don't, or you have to bend your knees, that's fine too. But what we wanna do is really press the forearms, push into the ground. So we inhale, exhale, and push into the ground. 3, 2, 1. Again, push into the ground. 3, 2, 1. One more time. Push into the ground. 3, 2, 1. Release. Dropping down, little break. Good job. All right, come forward into our Chaturanga. So you can start from a downward dog. Lean forward, Chaturanga. Exhale. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, roll over toes. Downward dog. All right, look to your hands. Drag the left foot, right foot, so you can walk it in, and lay on back. Draw the knees in. Big hug, rocking out your spine from side to side. All right, how you doing? All right, your heart rate should be up a little bit. You should be wanting and actually loving this break right now. Let's take a little easy twist. So drop the knees over to the right side of the body, pin the left shoulder down, gaze down that left palm. Sometimes you can really push down on that top leg. Sometimes you'll get a little pop in your SI, but be gentle. Other side, twist. Breathe. Good. Drawing knees back into chest, big hug. From here, cross your ankles. See if you can roll forward, place the hands down, and see if you can hop back. Chaturanga, upward dog. Roll over toes, downward dog. All right, now I want you to come over to your left side. So we're gonna either stay on the wrist, all right, let's start on the knee. We're gonna stay on the wrist if we have shoulder issues. Or what I want you to do is come down to the whole forearm. This is a little bit more supported, so I prefer this one. And I want you to line up your knee, your elbow, and your hip all in a straight line and lift the other hip towards the sky. You're gonna hold here, okay? Now, if this feels too easy, feel free to kind of stack the feet or come out like so. So you can stack, bring one in front, or you can be here on the knee, all right? So pick. I like the stack personally. Lift up, hold it for 5. 4, hip goes higher. 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna rotate. Other side, same thing. Line yourself up, knee, hip, and shoulder. Reaching up, hold it for 5. Lift higher. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release back to your forearms. Hold it here for 5. Press shoulders to the ceiling. Tuck the tailbone. Squeeze the glutes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pop up to your wrist. almost to a break, okay? So you're popping up to your wrist. You can do this on the knees, but see if you can stay on your toes. Come forward, exhale, Chaturanga, slowly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, upward dog. Roll over toes, downward dog, take a break, knees down, big toes connected, forehead to your mat. All right, guys, take one more breath. Inhale, exhale. Come back to your downward dog. We're gonna hop it through. So let's see if you can drag, maybe possibly work it through. If not, just sit down, no worries. All right, and then fall back into your hands. So bring your fingertips towards your glutes. Straighten your arms. And as we lift up, we're gonna notice that our heels are somewhere right underneath the knees. So you're gonna feel this great stretch through the front of the shoulder. It's also gonna stretch that abdominal wall. So we're gonna lift up, stretch, and then press into the ground with the heel of your hand. Dig into your actual heels. Keep your butt off the ground and lift, all right? So we're gonna come on up for 10, 9, 8, 7, try to keep that butt off the ground. 6, 5, 4, 3, if it touches, no big deal. 2, and 1, lift, and lower down. And bring the soles of your feet together for Baddha Konasana. We'll pull them in as close as we can. You can always have a block underneath the knees if that helps. All right, guys. Open your feet up like a book if that is accessible to you. If you're up here like this, you're just gonna press the elbows into the knees. Get a nice stretch to the hips. If you can go further, take it out, take a nice stretch. Nice deep breath in and out. And then slowly straighten out the legs. Pedal them out a little bit. Tip forward from the waist. See if you can come forward, stretch the back of the legs. See if you can touch the toes. And you guys, touching the toes is not really the requirement. So if you get a better stretch here, okay, you can do that. Maybe you don't even need to pull on anything and you can just be here. Okay, if you're rounding your back though, however, this is actually not helping you at all. This is actually making things a little bit worse. So see if you can lift the chest and just tip forward. Then slide the hands back. What we're gonna do is compress and pull the legs in. So we're gonna push the ground away. Hands are right by the hips. We're gonna pull it in and hold it here for 5, 4, squeeze your tummy. 3, press the heels. 2, press, and 1, release. Lay back, little simple bridge. Bring the feet in, lift the hips up, stretch. Great. All right, stretch the hips. Kind of rock it from side to side. We're gonna do a simple twist, so cross the ankles, roll up. All right, so just sit comfortably. Inhale, reach the arms up. As you exhale, you're gonna twist over to one side, lift the heart, look behind you. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist, other side, look behind you. And one more big breath in, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good job, guys. Thanks for watching.